Hello again. In this lesson we are going to be looking at the spelling choice for the sound L and thinking about, can we hear one syllable and does it have a short vowel sound like the word bell? Those are the questions we will ask ourselves. And it is exactly the same spelling choice rule as the one we use when we hear f and s. And as we go through the lesson, there will be a hint to another sound that has a spelling choice for exactly the same reason. See if you can spot it. So let's think about the word bell and writing it. What can we hear? B, E, L. Does it have a short vowel? Is it one syllable? Then we know B is B, E is E, and the L sound will be written with a double L. Let's have a think about a word with a consonant blend. Spell. S, P, E, L. Spell. Sp is S, P, E is E, and L is double L, because it is another word that has one syllable and a short vowel sound. The next word is smell. Sm is SM, E is E, and L is double L again, for the same reason. And our next word has a different short vowel sound. It is the word till, and there are two meanings. Till we get there, and a till where you would pay in a shop. Same spelling. T, I, L. Short vowel, one syllable. We can see it's one syllable because there is only one vowel. There. That mark tells us, like it did here and here. When we get to the stage of needing to think about how many syllables, our sound circles let us know. So which letters will we need? T is D, I is I, and L is double L. Which words have we got that have ill at the end and a consonant blend at the beginning? Still. S, T, I, L. St is ST, I is I, and L is double L. Still. And the next word, spill. Sp is SP, I is I, L is double L. Now, we are going to be thinking about using a single vowel letter. But this time, the sound is different. Our word is call. We can hear k, or, and ul. Now that isn't a short vowel sound, even though it is marked as one, because sometimes, very occasionally, when we write A followed by a double L, we do say al, like in shall. But most of the time the sound changes. Let's have a think about the letters. K will be C because it's going to be followed by an A, and ul is double L. So it looks as though it follows the rule, but this is where we have to think about A with double L. It is that combination that lets us know that most of the time we say all. Let's try another word with a blend. Small. I can hear s, or, and ul. The ul lets me know that there's been a vowel change. So the letters I need, sm is SM, and that all sound, I'm going to think about them both together, A, L, L. And it is exactly the same in the word stall, like a market stall. St is ST, and all, think of them together, a combo if you like. And we have all, stall. And we will be using these words in the story that we're writing later. So think about it. Is this a word where we have that A-double-L combo? For now, though, let's think about the next short vowel that we've covered. Our word is doll. D, o, ul. D is D, O is O, and ul will be double L. I can see that it has a short vowel sound, and because there's only one vowel, I know that it's a one-tap word, but I can check doing chin taps as well. We do have two words with a consonant blend. First one is troll. T, r, o, ul. But isn't a sound that we have covered yet. So our word is going to appear troll. And then we have droll. A sort of sense of humour can be droll. And they're there because R is the next letter. And that lets you know what we're doing next. And that O, ul at the end of a one-tap word with a short vowel sound follows the same rule as the others. So, if we hear S, we write the letter S, unless it's in a word like class, where it's at the end. of a one-tap word with a short vowel sound, and we write double S. We write F, and we check that our teeth are on our bottom lip. But if it's a word like cuff, a one-tap word with a short vowel sound, we write double F. And ooh, if we hear it in a word like lid, we write the letter L. But if we hear it at the end of a word like bell, a one-tap word with a short vowel sound, we write double L. Those are the choices that we are going to be thinking about. Here we have a cat walking along our wall. But instead of jumping down, he sits to listen. What will we be thinking about on our word wall? And wall is the clue. It's that all sound, which is different. How many words can we fit in our wall? All, ball, call, fall, goal, hall, mall. You tend to hear that on American movies, going to a shopping mall. Tall, wall, and it's written in a different colour because we haven't covered W yet. Small and stall. Lots of words that we use quite often. You might be thinking, well, I've never heard of the word goal. But it's something you might hear if somebody is talking about a person who had a bit of a cheek. Ah, the goal of that person. So here we can see that our story has something to do with a hill. This is a hill in one of Glasgow's parks. Our title, Still on the Hill, well, that could mean somebody's been there for a very long time, or it could mean sitting still. You'll find out when we start the story. Let's write the first two words, still on, and think about which are the important words that we are going to give a capital letter. Still, cross the T, dot the I, on the hill. A capital H as well as the capital S, and you can underline it if you'd like to. We're also going to think about leaving a space at the beginning of our paragraph. Now, we haven't done that in a lot of the stories that we've written because there have been so many different things to think about. But you now know a lot, so leave a space at the beginning. Bill is. Bill is often short for William. Bill. Capital B and then I-O with a double L. Bill is sitting still. Sitting, we're adding suffix ing. Have a think about how you're going to write sitting. There. How did you get on? A double T, because we are keeping that short vowel in sit safe. That double consonant in the middle lets us know it's a short vowel. And this time when we wrote still, it had a lowercase letter at the beginning. Bill is sitting still on the hill. On the hill. Our first sentence. And hill had a lowercase letter because it's in a sentence this time, not a title. Our next sentence is, he looks at the path, spots Nell and Moll, and calls to them. Ask somebody else to say that sentence to you in little pieces if you would like to, or you can work along with me. First two words, he looks. He, a capital H, underneath that space we left. He looks. We've got that sound in the middle that needs a double O, and the k is a K. How did you get on? He looks. Next bit, at the path. At the path. And in path, my teeth are on my tongue. So I needed a TH. And then we have a comma because there is a brief pause. If you like, you can think about it as you stop to take a breath. He looks at the path, spots Nell, spots Nell, another capital letter, it's another name, and Moll, and Moll. I think that is probably short for Molly. There they are. And calls to them. Let's write and calls first. And calls, k, but we know it's a C because it's followed by an A. Calls to them. To them, and our teeth were on our tongue. So there we have our opening paragraph, and in it we have words where we can hear I followed by ul, and they're one syllable, e followed by ul, o followed by ul, and this time we think about the letter we use to write it, A followed by ul, because that combination leads to the vowel sound quite often being a bit different. Let's find out what happens next when Bill picks up Moll to give her a hug. Moll's small doll falls onto his bag of balls. Let's write that little by little. First of all, moles. Think about what we do when we're writing about something that belongs. Moles. New paragraph. There, apostrophe S. Moll's small doll. And then that all combination, which is ALL. And this time we need OLL for doll. Falls onto. My teeth were on my bottom lip. Falls onto. His bag of balls. I wonder what he'd been doing to have so many of them. His bag of balls. And a full stop. And of is one of our strategy words. That's because even though it has a short vowel and one syllable, we didn't double the F, and that is why it was a strategy word. Well done if you remembered that when we're writing this story. As Bill hands it to the lass, he sings a song. I wonder which song he picked. As Bill. Let's write those words. As Bill hands it. Hand. And then when we add suffix S, it does sound a bit like z. Hands it. To the lass. And then we have a pause in what we're saying, so we need a comma. He sings a song. He sings. That where our tongue is at the top of our mouth, and we need N and G. Sings a song. Same thing. And we write NG. And I think he thought about this song because we have Molly, which is very like Polly, who also had a dolly. So, Miss Molly had a dolly who was sick, sick, sick. She called for the doctor to be quick, quick, quick. And I won't sing any more. But if you'd like to look it up, look up Miss Polly had a dolly. Let's continue with our story. He can tell that Moll is glad. He can. And we need a C for the K because it was followed by an A. He can tell that Moll is glad. That Moll, capital M again, is glad. There. She must have liked the song as well as seeing Bill and getting her doll back. And here's Molly, looking glad. Let's hear the rest of the story. A bell and a good smell tell him to go to Taff's stall to get them all a snack. Let's start with a bell and think about it. Will this be a new paragraph? Yes, it is. Slightly different topic when we're thinking about this bell. A bell and a good smell. And earlier on we used that Can you remember how you write it? A good double O. A good smell. O at the end. Tell. Bell, smell and tell in that sentence. Tell him to go to. To go to Taff's stall. Taff. And my teeth are on my bottom lip. Taff's. We're thinking about something that belongs to Taff. So a double F and an apostrophe S. Stall. To get. Them all a snack. Them all a snack. Sn is SN. A is A and the K will be CK. That's the spelling choice for the end of a one-tap word with a short vowel sound when we hear K. And we'll be covering it again when we have the lesson that uses the last short vowel sound. Snack. Sn, a, k. And then when he came back, let's scoff, said Bill. And did you remember the speech marks? Let's, and we need an apostrophe because it's short for let us. Scoff. Exclamation mark lets us know how he said it. And end of speech marks. Said Bill. Our last word in this story. I think they were all very happy with their snacks. How did you get on? There were a lot of different things we needed to think about because of a spelling choice rule for when we heard ul and the fact that the A-L combination meant that we had a different vowel sound to think about, even though it was following a short vowel sound rule. Let's take a look at our story again. Typed up. And remember, when you type yours up, you can put in any changes you would like to. Still on the hill. Bill is sitting still on the hill. He looks at the path, spots Nell and Moll and calls to them. Moll's small doll falls onto his bag of balls. As Bill hands it to the lass, he sings a song. He can tell that Moll is glad. A bell and a good smell tell him to go to Taff's stall to get them all a snack. "Let's scoff," said Bill. I think it was a lovely afternoon in the park. You can see why they are still there. Thank you for joining me